This video is sponsored by OneFootball, available now on the Apple App Store and the Android Play Store. Follow your favourite teams and get the latest news, videos, fixtures, scores, stats and more for everything related to football. Link is in the description. So welcome ladies and gentlemen. So we're back today for another Master League episode, and today we're going to dive into the transfers a little bit more. Probably just going to have the one match against Everton in today's episode, but we're going to be focusing, like I said, on the transfers because we've had some offers for some players. So it's a big question now of what do we do and what do we not do. So these are the players that have sort of been offered, by other teams. So we have had one for Martial, okay, now 22 million by Bayern Munich. Now, Martial hasn't been playing a lot this season, but he's not a player that I really want to sell. He's not old, he's 24. He's going to get better, isn't he? So, he's not really on the cards, and he's not a player that I'm really worried about. So, yeah, I'm kind of going to leave him alone, for the time being. Okay, next we have Chris Smalling. So Chris Smalling has had an offer from Real Betis. 17.4 million they're saying. He's valued around that, basically the same market value. They say there's room for negotiation if needed. Now, he has a 4.5 million salary. Now, obviously that's going to help me. That's going to put me down to about 17 million. Now, Chris Smalling is one of those players. I mean, he can play well and obviously can play poorly. I mean, he hasn't been that bad this season. He's better than other defenders that I have, because now let's have a look at the other ones. We've got Rojo. Boca Juniors have come in for 16.7 million. He has a 5.8 million on the salary. I mean, he's why I have no idea. I barely play him. Way overrated there, and he's only played 3 matches all season. So I think it's a no-brainer that we just get rid of him. 29 years of age. He's not playing, is he? He's on the decline. And honestly, go to Boca Juniors and at least play some football. So I think we have to say goodbye to him. So we'll accept Rojo. He's gone. That's going to help our budget. We're now down to minus 15, up to obviously plus 56 on that front. Next up, we have Phil Jones. Now, another player that, he's hit and miss, isn't he? 13 million from Crystal Palace. He's valued at 17 million. He's got a salary of 3.3, so it's not massive, but obviously it's still a good chunk of change there. I mean, he's only played 9 games again. I mean, it's not even half, it's not a fourth of the games he's played this season. Because we've got Lindelof, we've got Smalling, we've got Bahi at the back there. So, I mean, he is possibly going to go. But it's a wait-and-see scenario. And then we have Jesse Lingard, 9 million from Augsburg. I mean, he hasn't played at all, really. I haven't felt the need to play him. He's got 2.3 million on the salary. He's played 8 matches this season. Once again, it's not a lot. I mean, he is still only 27, but I'm probably going to say we might as well get rid of him. I have other players that I could play rather than Lingard. I think Harriet's better. Douglas Costa. Don't really need Lingard too much. So if we try and renegotiate, because I think 9 million is a little bit low, we're not really going to get much for him, are we, to be honest? Probably 9.9 is the best we're going to get. When it comes to other players, there is no one that I want from from Augsburg. No one's going to do it for me. All right, so we'll say 9.912. And if they accept that, that's great. Ashley Young, another player here. 13.8 million from Lyon, valued at 16.1. 4.6 a salary, though. It's a lot. It is a decent amount again. But he's played, 14 matches this season. He's not looked terrible. He's a tough one, but he is 34. I mean, how much more are we going to get out of him? So I think, honestly, Ashley Young may go, but it depends on what happens with other players that I try and bring in. So if we renegotiate this one, we could probably get another couple of million for him here. We could even go 15.8. That's not bad. There's a high chance of succeeding. Or let's go for 15.1. That way it's a 82% chance. And players, do they have anyone? I mean, got this guy. Pereira, but yeah, no one that's going to toot my horn, should I say. So yeah, we will do that. We will renegotiate that one. And I think that's about it. A lot of these players obviously on loan. We've got a loan response here. So we'll accept that one. Kavar, no way he's going to play. So stick him out on loan. So that is pretty much that. I mean, the ones up in the air, Martial I'm going to keep, but Smalling, it's a tough one. And Jones, these two possibly could go, or one could go. It depends who we're going to pick up. So now let's look at some of the players that I've been looking at defensively to try and boost us a little bit more, and younger players as well. Now, Varane is probably not going to happen. I've just put him in there because he's, probably one of the best centre-backs in there. But, he's not got a high chance of signing. Neither has the Colombian Sanchez from Tottenham. Tottenham have sold, like, Vertonghen and Alderweireld. I mean, know what's happened there. They sold a bunch of their players. But this guy, I mean, he's a ball winner, good in the air, he's physical, acrobatic, would be a decent centre-back. But then looking at other players with more of a higher chance of signing. Now, Hernandez is 23, can play left-back, can play centre-back as well. He's not bad, he's not bad. Good at heading, defensive prowess, ball winning, physical contacts there with jump. I mean, heading is his trait, 184 centimetres, so he's not, massive, but he's not tiny. Stamina's all right. So he's an option, likewise, he's 23, there's room to grow. Next up, we have Regani. I mean, a lot of you guys know this guy. He's technically a star player at Juve. Another decent centre-back that can play... Can he play anywhere else? Right back, maybe? Yeah, he can sort of play right back if needed. But he's got room to grow. Heading and marking is one of his specialty there. So he's an option. This guy, actually looking at him. Great hairstyle. How do you say his name? Odriozola? Odriozola, let's call him that. Odriozola. Decently quick, 86, 83. Now, he is a right back, so he would, and he's an offensive fullback. Could be a good wing back. Will replace the likes of Valencia. 24, so he's young. Like I said, good speed. Condition's pretty good. Stamina's not bad, but he has got that pinpoint crossing trait. And the good thing about this guy is, if you have a look at his salary, it's only 2.8. It's not massively overrated. So he's an option, and I'm thinking of possibly sticking a bid in for him. Could replace Ashley Young, without a question. We've also got Nelson Semedo from Barcelona, another offensive fullback, can play right back, possibly left back, even in the middle if needed. Now this guy's quick, very quick, 90 to 89 speed, decent balance on him. Ball control's there, dribbling's there, stamina's not bad at all, but he's got the scissors feint, flip-flap. Hasn't got pinpoint crossing though, but it's another player, isn't it? If he could play more left, I mean, these two would be really good together. I don't know, but I fancy this guy more. Odriozola, I just feel like 24, he's decent. So I'm going to actually go in for him. Going to go in for him. I think that'll probably work. And then we can give him another contract afterwards. So we'll do that. 17.2 million fee. 2.855 on the salary front. And there's a high chance of having this. So, yeah, that should be good. So we will do that. Give him a bash. Now, the other question is, do we go for another centre-back? If we get rid of Smalling, if we get rid of Jones, one or the other. Do we go? I'm kind of torn here between Hernandez and Regani. The reason I'm looking at Hernandez more is because he can play left back as well. I mean, they're very, very similar. This guy's better at marking. They're similar. 81, more stamina. Conditions are the same. I don't know. I think I might go for Hernandez because I've had him before. I've played with him before. I'm sure in another Master League, and he was pretty good. All right, so let's put in a bid for Hernandez. Let's see what we can do here. Looks like we can get him for pretty cheap as well, 11 million. Well, that looks like a nice option. That's not too bad at all. Let's have a look at his salary. So we could probably get him for that 2.5 million salary. Give him a little bit of a clean sheet bonus. The release fee. I'll probably give him another contract afterwards. So, yeah, let's do that. All right, job done. I think that's good enough for now, because I really want to see the other transfers and what happens there before we dive into anything else. So let's take on Everton now. Let's have a look at the lineup. And, yeah, they're currently lying 2 points behind us in the league. Okay, so this is what we are looking at for today. We're going to bring in Martial. Him and Lukaku absolutely buzzing. So that is, I mean, that could be a good combination right there. Harriet's up for it. Pogba as well. We're going to bring in Matic today instead of Fred. Luke Shaw on the left. Valencia, Smalling, Bay, and Lindelof with De Gea in goal. Going to start with that and see how we get on. I mean, we've got everyone's pretty much up for this apart from Lindelof and Smalling on neutral. But, yeah, there should be enough. And we've got quality on the bench if we need to bring any other players on, of course. We always like to randomise the weather. Looks good to me. So let's dive into this. A big game because Everton are 2 points behind us. So got to try and get a bit of a lead and a bit more of a gap. So, Manchester United travel to Goodison Park to take on Everton in today's fixture. Leighton Baines has been at Everton for so long. Captains the side for today's game up against Paul Pogba's Manchester United. And Man United looking to make some big transfers in January. Possibly offload some players as well. So, stay tuned for that news after this match. So, a beautiful day, absolutely gorgeous. The sun is out, still a little bit nippy, as you can see the players wearing some gloves, but overall, conditions are pretty immaculate. And here is an early chance here for Everton. Coleman up against Luke Shaw. There's the give and go. Coleman delivers that one in. No one's there. It came off the post. Well, I meant no one was there defensively for Manchester United. What a let-off. Oh, look at this. Just trying to walk it in and... it's millimetres. Well, that is a big let-off for Manchester United. Half asleep while that was going on. Luke Shaw trying to find Romelu Lukaku. Well, Man United in the last game, they left it late. Beating Chelsea by 2-1. Harriet was the saviour. Fantastic finish by him. Well, they dominated, to be fair, Man United. I mean, they've picked up some points against the top teams recently. A point against Arsenal, that is a late one and could be an early yellow. But a point against Arsenal, 3 against Liverpool and 3 against Chelsea. And it's just a talking to there by the referee on the midfielder. Not great news for Paul Pogba, who's stayed on the floor after that one. Harriet closing him down. Still going, Harriet. Pressure by United, but Everton have done well to keep it. Seamus Coleman, Marquisio. Keane. That's a bit lucky there. Good bit of possession. Ball over the top's not a bad idea, you know, but well played. Bay! Oh dear, that was a bit of a mix-up by Manchester United. Comes off the defender. I don't really know what happened there. De Gea and Bay getting in each other's way. Sigurdsson finding Chamberlain. Flicked on. Sandro. Good challenge by Matic there. Paul Pogba now. And Harriet's actually running through the middle. Valencia. Martial. Harriet. Pogba. Great run by Pogba. Good efforts. Is the referee given something here? I think he's given the foul, actually, for this initial challenge. Well, that's a bit of a lifeline there because Pogba missed the target. Well, it's going to be Paul Pogba. I mean, I really don't understand why Harriet is standing in the wall. Well done, Martial. Oh, he tried to skip round Gay, it didn't happen. Valencia. Back to Pogba. On target, but straight at Pickford. But yeah, what on earth was that for a free kick in the sense that why is Harriet, and there was another Man United player standing in the wall. Get away from your man. Finds Valencia. And here comes Harriet. Lukaku. Not quite his play style there. It's fallen nicely to Shaw, but that touch completely let him down. Luke Shaw is finding a lot of space on that left-hand side. Well, Douglas Costa is going to come on for Martial. It's been a little bit disappointing, this game. Marquisio. Deflected away. Here comes Pogba. Lukaku. Luke Shaw. Lovely ball. Oh, Paul Pogba must have been close to getting on the end of it. Oh, are we going to have a late goal? Bit of late drama here. Costa. Pogba. Lukaku with a terrible touch. He's not known for his having the best touches in the world, as you can clearly see. And wait a minute, we have got players in the back post that are lining up. It's laid across. It took far too long. Man United have got players back. Yeah, there's the strike off the post. And Everton could have stolen it there. Luke Shaw has pulled up, though, with an injury here. Clutching that left hamstring. And Everton will make some changes. Well, 2 changes for United as well. Rashford on, Luke Shaw off. Sanchez replaces Valencia. So 7 minutes left here. Everton have hit the post twice in today's game. That's going to be comfortable for De Gea. Gets it moving. Man United have made some tactical changes to try and, well, snatch and grab this game late. Matic. Chris Smalling. Sanchez. We get it back here, down the line. Does so. Now he needs some support in the middle. Alexis delivers it in. Lukaku is there. It took a deflection slightly off the defender, but it is a corner. Chance here for Alexis if he's going to get there. Can he keep it on? Yes, he can. How about the delivery in towards Lukaku again? Let's come back to Marcus Rashford. Harrod's trying to get there. We're into the final seconds. It looks like it's going to finish, well, 0-0. Which is disappointing for United. But it has been a tough game away from home. I mean, a point is a point. Marquisio gets it in there. Let's come back out to Gomez. And there might be one final throw here for Everton. Oh, there's a chance, and that could have won it for them. It didn't. And it has finished goalless, which is a rarity because we've seen a lot of goals as of late. But both teams very similar in the league. Only 2 points separating them, and it will stay that way after today's game. Well, there we have it. I mean, honestly, it was an even game. I mean, they had 2 off the post. We had a couple of chances. And, yeah, it just couldn't separate us, really. And a man of the match was Chamberlain. Lukaku was disappointing today, and so was Martial, considering, well, they were both on blue. So elsewhere, Newcastle beat Fulham. Tottenham beating Wolves. We had Arsenal draw as well. Chelsea drew against Liverpool. Man City, I mean, there's just no point mentioning them anymore. I mean, they literally win every game by 2 or 3 goals. So it hasn't really changed. We're still the same points behind Arsenal and Chelsea and Liverpool. But obviously there's a bigger gap there. I think Leicester won. So there's 7 points. If we can get ourselves up to 6th somehow, between 6th and 3rd, there's only 4 points separating those teams. And obviously we want Champions League football. Bottom of the table, Cardiff, Huddersfield and Bournemouth. Okay, so Boca Juniors have obviously signed up Rojo, so he has gone. Pogba has picked up a weak injury, so he's going to be out for a week, which at least it's not too long. Matic talking about focusing for the next game, and Kvara signs on loan. So I'm going to have to actually go through this, because if we have a look at the negotiations here, these have, this is what they would want. Now, the problem with this, I can't accept these right now because I don't have enough funds in my salary budget, which isn't great. So, I'm going to have to go in here and sort this out. More than likely, I don't know. We may have to just wait and see what happens in the future. If I sold Chris Smalling, obviously that's going to help our salary. Obviously, if we sold, Lingard's got for some reason broke down, which just doesn't make sense. I only offered them 900,000 more, but that's too demanding. And if we got rid of Ashley Young, that's another 4.6 there on his salary. We'd still need, around 6 or 7 million on the salary front. So I'm going to try and put more players up for sale. The likes of Matic, Mata. I mean, these are just players I'm not playing, and there's no point. So for now, we're going to leave it. I'm going to come back in the next episode, and then hopefully we'll see what progresses. But we really do want to pick up these two players because I think they would be good at the back for us. They're young. They're attacking. They got some speed, some quality about them. So that is the plan. But we're going to have to sell. We have still got a few more games till the end of the transfer window does close, and obviously we can plow through that. Anyway, that is all for today. It was more of a transfer look, and the game against Everton will be back against, well, Huddersfield Town and West Ham in the next one. Let's just have a look at the schedule real quick. So yeah, we have these two games. There's a bit of a pause. Then we have the last day of the transfer window. Hopefully we'll get some players in before we take on Tottenham, Newcastle, then Man City's the big game. Face Everton in the FA Cup. Leicester are playing well. And then we've got Barcelona mid-February. So a lot of big games to come. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. Anyway, the mission, what are we on right now? 38%. It's gone up a little bit, at least. But we'll be back shortly. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.